Welcome everybody, this is Matt Monarch with the Raw Food World, and this Hangout is now live. It's January 12th. It's my brother's birthday. I better email him. All right, welcome everybody. I am back from the retreat from Vilcabamba, Ecuador. This was a very powerful experience for everybody involved. You guys, I mean, we're talking. Anyhow, just evolving. So retreats evolve. And there's no stopping them now. I think we're going to start doing 4 a year at some point soon. I got to do a lot of work here in Ojai, California. So the next retreat is definitely in June. And then after that, it'll probably be December, but maybe we'll do 2 before then. I'm not sure after that. But soon, I'm back. That was probably one of the most necessary recharges I've ever had. When I go back there, I recharge. I'm talking like the vegetable juices from the Norwalk juicer. On a physical level, I recharge. They say that there was a clinical study done, where they took a head of lettuce now compared to like 50 years ago, and one head of lettuce 50 years ago equals like hundreds of lettuce in nutritional quantity compared to now, which is crazy. In Vilcabamba, Ecuador, the degradation of the food nutrition quantities is not as bad as it is around most first world countries. So on that level, it was a major recharge. Spiritual, there's a special protection there. It's a PowerPoint. Lots of amazing things. And I'm back. I'm ready to go. You should see, I'm sure many of you saw the retreat video. People lost 17 pounds, 16 pounds, 14 pounds, 8 pounds. It was probably the most powerful retreat yet. They're all extremely powerful, but everyone just keeps getting more powerful. It's amazing. Anyways, June, come and join us. It's going to be amazing. I'm already excited about it. That's going to be my next recharge. Okay, so Crystal, I know you're watching. Crystal helps me during these Hangouts. I think you were saying something about, I briefly saw it in the corner of my eye on Skype. You said that there was questions from last week. Just throw it on the page so I could take a look at them. I have no idea how many questions there are here, so let's take a look. Bam, 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 bam. Beautiful. Oh, you already did it. Sweet. So here we go. Terry TJ Junebug writes 8 hours ago. Hey, Matt, welcome back. Missed you last week. I was on an airplane, so unfortunately I couldn't take part in last week's Hangout. I'm curious how the retreat went. I just talked about it. Anything to share with us? Would love to hear some good news. How many attended the retreat? Blessings, Terry. I would say it was about 26 people. It was very powerful, as I just mentioned, and the San Pedro ceremony, I think it was maybe 10 people did it, 8 to 10 people did it. One woman, we said she couldn't do it. We just didn't feel that she was ready. And because of how powerful it was and how well it went and how everyone had a positive experience and the amount of transformation that occurred, we are now going to be doing it at every single raw food retreat. And the heater goes on for no apparent reason right at that time. All right. Hi, Matt. I have a question. Does your cacao contain any of the CCN 115 strain in it? Do you know what the CCN 51 strain is in cacao, Yanni?
No, I have no idea.
Let's see if our superfood hunter is online and knows the answer to this. We'll get back to you, Cisco, in a minute. Okay, the next question from Anne 14 days ago. Hi, I tried to ask this last week. I'm not sure what happened. It does not contain any CCN 51. It is all Criollo, 100%. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about now. This is one of the reasons why our cacao is extremely powerful. We were actually, there's this guy in Ojai, California here who came to me and gave me these raw food brownies, chocolate brownies. We might carry them on our website, but they were absolutely incredible. He actually uses our cacao powder and cacao paste. The difference that I felt from these cacao products compared to others was an extremely different experience. It was like a clean high, and it lasted a very long time. Incredible. Meaning old Arabica, not new GMO strains. Yes, these are all not, I didn't know what it was. It's all non-GMO strains. You seriously, at Machu Picchu, you have to go like 3 hours into the jungle to get to these plants, and it's at a high elevation. We literally have other cacao suppliers saying, I don't believe this, that they're grown at these types of elevations because they can't do it and they've never done anything like that before. And I'm like, dude, you guys go into your drama world. I know you're always complaining about everybody's cacao. I know they say this and that, and you always fight, whatever. I'm not playing your games. But yes, it is absolutely true. 11,000 foot elevation into the jungle near 3 hours from Machu Picchu. Okay. So Anne writes, I tried to ask this last week. I'm not sure what happened. A few months ago, you mentioned a product you were trying on people with viruses or something. Are you still doing this? Are you at liberty to say what the product is and where it can be purchased? Can anyone still participate? Thank you. And yes, I still do have some of these products available. We are looking for guinea pigs to see if it actually works on people. A lot of the people that I gave these products to, unfortunately, didn't get back to me to let me know what happened with them. I know one woman who had Lyme's disease and she's like addicted to the product. I don't know if, that's because of the product or a placebo or whatever, but you never know. And then there was another woman who had herpes and she hasn't had a breakout since, but you never know if that's going to happen. I just gave it to another woman who has a herpes virus, and I'm giving her actually 2 bottles to try until it's all gone to see what happens. The company claims that it will just wipe it right out. Whether that's true, I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical. But if you want to be a guinea pig, let me know. What you would want to do is Facebook my personal Facebook, Matt Monarch, and talk to me there, and I'll get that to you. Jules Davis, 12 days ago, writes, this is from last week's Hangout because I wasn't here before. Hi, Matt. I've been watching you for a long time, a couple of years, but never contacted you until today. I know you spoke about Norman Walker, and he was your inspiration to change your diet and go raw. So I actually bought his books, Become Younger, Diet and Salad, Vibrant Health, and Juice book, and I love them. Norman's way of writing is so simple and clear cut. I really like where he is coming from. Using food to heal your body and your organs, and that a clean body is the way to vibrant health. I have personally been ill with chronic stomach issues, so I just wanted to thank you for getting online and doing what you do. Shedding a light on Norman Walker and his ideologies and methods have helped me a lot. I like how you are also on a similar wavelength to Norman. Modern diet discussion is too high tech or lost in the detail. I prefer Norman's view of eating vibrant, alive food, be happy, want for vibrant health, and eat foods that nourish you. So thank you. Have a wonderful and abundant 2016. I do have a question though. You recommend raw food as well as cooked. Do you feel that cooking food kills the enzymes? Like Norman says, what is your view on that? Do you feel cooked food is still alive food or it becomes dead after cooking? Thanks, Jules. Okay. So first, I liked Dr. Norman Walker's ways for many years, and for a decade, when I first started, it was almost like something that I lived by extreme, and I would always like preach whatever that was. Now, while I do like his dietary lifestyle choices and how he helped a lot of people and his methodologies and stuff like that, I've since come to learn myself. There's like kind of like a pioneers. One trap that I fell into, and many other raw food eaters do, is they kind of like fall into this trap where it's almost like the pioneers of the raw foods movement from many decades ago. It almost becomes like a Bible, raw foods Bible, if that makes sense. And it can kind of get you stuck and keep you in a box. And I've kind of been like pulling away from that in a great way over the last few years. And I don't necessarily think that everything that he states is gold, if that makes sense, even though a lot of the viewpoints are the same and a lot of people would benefit from doing this type of thing. Norman Walker was one of the only raw food pioneers that lived to be an old age, 99. He's like one of the only, and from that point is one of the things that I used to take as, wow, this guy must know what he was doing because he actually lived to be 99. When you read his writings a little bit more, there was also another key factor that he had in there, and that was probably more important than all of his methodologies on why he lived so long. And you will see that he was a big believer in the Creator. And because of that, I feel that's the number one reason above diet and all else why he was gifted the ability to live to be 99. Because without that, I mean, the rest is futile from my perspective. So with that being said, you said you do have a question though. You recommend raw food as well as cooked food. Do you feel like cooking food kills enzymes like Norman says? Yes, it is proven that when you cook food above a certain temperature, that the enzymes die. However, that doesn't necessarily make something that bad. It almost becomes part of the raw food Bible that no enzymes equals death, which is to me totally BS. And it locks people in a box, and it's almost like a fear tactic to feed that entire concept, if you see what I'm saying here. So this is why I feel like this realm is a little bit dangerous and getting stuck, like I have been for almost over a decade. And the way I see it is, it's not about whether a food has enzymes or not, whether it's healthy. It's all about a food is healthy depending on how damaging it is to the human body. So, for example, McDonald's is extremely damaging to the human body. And this is what I consider a processed food. Now, if you were to take a whole food, such as scrambled eggs, for example, that you get straight from the earth, it's rich in omega fatty acids and protein and crazy amounts of nutrition. It's very gentle, fluffy on the body, and it's something that is like God sent, from my perspective, for man to eat. This is not something that supposedly has live enzymes because it's been cooked through the process, but I consider it healthy because it's not damaging to the human body. A person could eat cardboard of McDonald's, and you can consider cardboard healthy because it's not going to damage you like greasy McDonald's food. So I consider cardboard a health food from that standpoint, even though that sounds crazy. It's all about how damaging is food to the human body. So let's take a look at this concept of enzymes real quick. What they say is an apple contains enzymes. And what happens is because this apple contains enzymes, when you eat it, the enzymes are still intact, so it helps break down the food. So if something does, the body will help produce enzymes and break it down, but this isn't necessarily something that is going to affect and impact our longevity and health. It's more about eliminating the crap and just being on a balanced diet. The main thing is to be spiritually balanced. And one of the biggest traps that raw foodists run into is because they become so fanatic about this, such as being worried about enzymes and things like this, that they're more in of like a stressed, freaked out mode most of the time, which is more damaging than eating cooked whole foods. Way more damaging. Cooked whole foods isn't even damaging to the human body. Some people eat processed foods who are balanced and healthy, and someone on a raw food diet who isn't balanced and is kind of has this neurosis about everything that they touch or eat, and there's this fear there. I mean, from a physical standpoint, adrenaline is pumping, poison in the body, you get zits because of that. There's like not this ease, it's almost like this peace state is what we got to be aiming for. This is like the peace state is the number one food a person can have for longevity and health and higher quality of life. I mean, I have to take that back. I would say the creator is the number one food, straight to the source of all energy and life. And then this peace state is like doing the work for the creator to where your body benefits, to where you're totally balanced and stuff like that. So there you go. That's my feeling on Norman Walker. Kathy writes 7 days ago, because this is from last week's Hangout that I didn't do. I've been watching some of the videos of your retreat. Could you please give us the recipe for the chocolate balls? Dude, I don't care about the recipe for the chocolate balls. I don't know what it is. I got to have a little talk with Antonio and Marley. They have this thing where it's like the secret. They have a couple recipes that are secrets. Like they're holding on to it for some reason. I'm trying to like, I don't even know the recipe to the chocolate balls. And I'm trying to chip away at them very slowly about certain things. So what we can do is we'll continue to work on that. But I know one issue is they have a business in Vilcabamba, Ecuador with these chocolate balls. So you see what I'm saying there. I cannot think of going to bed without eating one of these, Kathy. Well, Kathy, let me give you something that is just as good. And you might want to wait a few days, actually a week, couple weeks. We're probably putting these at cost next month. Or we're doing something new called flash sales also, to where we're just gonna like throw one item up at a ridiculously low price. And I don't know if this is gonna be one of those or whatever, I'm not sure. But regardless, we have these, if you like Snickers bars, we have these nutty caramel bars that just came in yesterday. They're fresh as can be. I just seriously had 3 of them. That's why I'm flying a little bit here. But yes, they are incredible, and you will be able to go to bed with one of these and sleep extremely well, like I am going to be doing tonight. Vincent T writes, we're almost caught up. Matt, I had a red rash around the eyes for the past few months. It looks like eczema. I put raw coconut oil on it. It didn't help. I read online that people are saying it's due to heavy metal toxicity. You got to be careful of online, but you've also got to like look online to figure what things are out. It's kind of interesting. We don't want to like, just like Norman Walker, I kind of fell for that trap of this is saying this is true because he wrote it. It's like the same thing with the internet. You got to discern really good. What do you think? That's what I think. What should I do to fix it naturally? Merci beaucoup for your help, Vince. Hafalik. All right. So This red rash. Okay, so you know how I feel about what do you call it? Products. I feel, of course, like a dietary lifestyle is the #1 thing that we can do in order to rid ourselves body of toxicity and helping with issues in the body. And the way to do that is to eliminate processed foods. I've literally met tens of thousands of people who have healed from all sorts of degenerative diseases, conditions, and ailments by simply eliminating processed foods from their diets completely. And if you look to the right here, so it is to the right, yes, there is a Whole Foods list, which has an incredible amount of abundance of raw and cooked whole foods. There's things on there such as eggs. There's even some animal protein like chicken, fish, and turkey. There's all the raw food you can possibly eat, baked potatoes, beans, goat's cheese, raw goat's milk products, and the list goes on and on and on. If you could, these are all healthy cooked whole foods. If you could eliminate everything from your diet but what is on this list, God willing, in the long run, you're going to end up not incapacitated like the majority of the elderly today. You're not going to end up on pharmaceutical drugs, reliant on them for physical ailments like the majority of the elderly today. You won't end up senile, God willing. But anyways, the diet is the most important thing. However, we do have something that on our website that actually my wife Angela made in Vilcabamba. At first, I was like, all right, whatever. She's making this little skin salve. It's called Angela's Healing Skin Salve on our website. And she uses medicinal herbs from our land with our cacao butter. I'm like, okay, whatever. Have fun, Angela. But then all of a sudden, one person at a retreat puts it on, and it took away their eczema completely. And then the same thing happened to another woman. She buys like 10 at a time and brings them back to the US. We actually brought like hundreds back to our warehouse here. And rashes are disappearing. It almost became a joke on me or something. I'm sitting there walking in town, and it's like every day someone's walking up to me telling me how amazing Angela's salve is and what it did for their bodies. So you might want to like try putting her skin salve on this eczema. It might do something. But of course, the inner terrain of the body is extremely important also. Flying on cacao. I get to 10 million miles per minute. 20 minutes ago, this person writes, hi, Matt, Angela, and Araya. Question. Can you elaborate on coffee enemas and nut butters? Those are two very separate and random things to comment on. I, along with my husband and brother, switched to a 100% raw food diet 3 months ago. Found you guys just 2 weeks ago, and we are hooked. Sweet. Thank you for watching us and supporting us in our growth. We love your message and craziness and your love for God. Before switching to a raw diet, we were vegetarians and is doing coffee enemas from Gerson therapy for cleansing. Was wondering why I haven't heard you mention coffee enemas, as it is a super liver cleanser. What enemas do with coffee, which I've never done and I don't recommend them, is it helps dilate the ducts of the liver, enabling the liver to go through withdrawals. And maybe it is a good thing. I don't know. But me personally, the main goal with enemas is to get the waste out. And water does that alone. Also, with even just water alone, it helps cleanse your liver. Because what happens is the colon is the sewage system of the human body. And when you eliminate the sewage system of the human body, you empty it, not eliminate it, empty it. All of the organs have the potential to dump into the sewage system now, including the liver. I've never done a coffee enema in my life, and I probably have one of the most cleanest livers on the planet. I don't want to it's not a bragging thing. But what I'm saying is this is not necessarily necessary. Just because it might be better, there's many, you could do a liver cleanse. It's not necessary. But one of the best liver cleanses, okay, there's many different liver cleanses you could do. You could do one, for example, Andreas Moritz's or Hilda Clark's liver cleansing. And they have a liver cleanse where you do the Epsom salt and olive oil and malic acid, and what that does, that's the most extreme liver cleanse you can do. I've done it before, and that just like dumps your entire waste of it dumps the liver, not dumps the liver, dumps the waste in the liver into the colon. And in these liver cleanses, it says do a colonic before and after the liver cleanse, or you're going to be stuck with that waste in your body. So it's all about cleansing the colon. Is the number one cleanse. Colon cleansing is the number one cleanse we can possibly do. I take that back. The number one cleanse we can possibly do is by eliminating crap from our diet, because then we go through withdrawals, and that is what cleansing is. If you do enemas without improving your diet, then you're not going to go through withdrawals. You're just pulling the waste out, which is good, but you don't need to do it often. But it's the withdrawal process, which is the really deep cleansing that we want to go through. This is where you start to feel better. This is where you start to get focus and things like this. The conjunction of enemas with going through withdrawals by improving your diet is, if you knew how powerful this was, you probably wouldn't want to do it. You'd want to do it, but it's also dangerous because it's a double-edged sword. When you start doing enemas with the withdrawal things, it kind of like cheats the process. You like skip the withdrawal cravings. You go through the cravings, but it expedites the process. And then you become a lot cleaner, a lot faster. So, for example, many people watching have probably used to eat McDonald's when they were younger, and then they stopped for many years. And if they were to eat McDonald's now, they'd be a complete mess when they eat the McDonald's, because they've adapted on a chemical level. They require less food. Most of us would get sick if we ate McDonald's. I might even bedridden for 2 weeks because of how long I've been doing this and how clean I am and how many enemas I've done in the past. But regardless, it expedites this cleansing process, the enemas. So when you do those two in conjunction, it's really powerful. This is what is Ann Wigmore's method in helping heal people from all sorts of degenerative diseases. It's the most powerful healing method in the world, these two things in conjunction, enemas and a cleaner diet. But then you kind of get stuck at this diet. And if you go back to what we used to eat, the repercussions are even worse. Worse. And if you're going to go back, it would have been better that you never improved your diet, because now you're cleaner and the repercussions are worse, and you can get disease by eating less damaging foods than you used to. But again, I'm just a man, and you don't want that neurosis to fall upon you. I'm a raw food pioneer. What can I say? It's a warning just to think about, but I don't want to say that's an absolute either, because I don't want to put that on anybody. It's just a warning, and it might be completely false. It's a theory, but I'm stating it. Anyways. All of us have been doing coffee enemas every day for a few years. And the amount of parasites that have come out and is still coming out of all three of us is unimaginable. Are you sure they're parasites? We've been going through healing crisis also, but we suspect that our enemas is why we are transitioning to raw fairly smoothly. Exactly. With the exception of cooked pureed vegetables. Wow, you guys are doing awesome. I did enemas every day for 10 years plus, and I ran into problems. Not saying that everyone else who does enemas for every day for many years is going to run into problems, but now I haven't done it then I went over a year without doing an enema, and now I probably do one in very rare instances. I've done two in the last 2 years, and I prefer not to even do them. I might not even ever do an enema again, but we'll see. But that's just me. From doing this for 10 years, I've taken my dietary lifestyle to where I don't even eat more than once a day. People think I'm crazy. They also think I'm crazy how much I eat in that one meal. But if you're to blend it down, it's just raw food into we'll turn into this. This turns into that. But anyways, for 13 years, I probably did enemas frequently. And for 11 of those years, I probably did enemas every day. Okay. Another question is about the nut butter. We've watched some videos of some raw guys saying that one of the reasons why raw fooders still get sick is because consuming too many nuts and seeds. Raw restaurants use them. These types of people are the ones that are dangerous. They're the ones boxed into a mentality. And what happens is they aren't even raw. And they speak from a position of being raw and lying to people. I've seen many of these people come in to the raw foods movement, banking in on fame, and then walk in the other direction. Many people like this have come in, and then now they're making smoothies with bags of refined sugar. They're pouring it on cereal. And these were the top people of this clan that you're talking about right now. It's the extreme madness, manic madness, that makes a person unbalanced and is more damaging to the body than cooked foods. People come to our retreat. This woman was eating ounces of almond butter every single day during this retreat, and in 2 weeks, she was probably eating a jar of almond butter every day. She lost 17 pounds in 2 weeks. You want to restrict yourself when you're allowed to eat as much as you want, especially in the beginning stages, to where you become manic, to where you're starving yourself. When you go on a raw food diet, it is such an improvement compared to any previous dietary lifestyle that you used to do, that you can handle an abundance of raw food. When I first went on this raw food diet, I was literally eating 5 avocados a day in one meal. And these avocados were not little baby avocados. They were huge, like this, from the California farmer's market. And I would have salads this big. It's the only way I was able to do this, because I stuffed myself. You need more calories, especially in the beginning stages. There was one man who was eating a jar of almond butter every single day for months of going on a raw food diet, healed from diabetes, lost 50 pounds, and he felt guilty from people like this because he was eating a jar of almond butter every day. He raised his hand during this talk, and the person who said, "Is like, look at you. You're doing great. You lost all this weight. You fall asleep after the almond butter. Big deal. You get a little bit sleepy, but continue doing what you're doing. And someday, as you evolve and adapt to where you require less food, you won't have this need for the almond butter." Just like I don't eat 5 avocados every day anymore. I could only eat like a half of one. It took me 17 years, but hey, doing a raw food diet is not easy. And if you're going to try to take it to a level like these people are talking about, who haven't even truly experienced what it's like to be 100% raw for an extended period of time, they probably have such an eating disorder. It's absolutely crazy. They feel guilty because they're binging on stuff that's not even raw, most likely. I know this person. I know these people. I have no idea who you're talking about, but I know who they are. I know their energies. I know what they do. I know what they're doing because I've seen it over and over again. I see it. It's ugly. They just keep flowing through. Bye. Oh, hi. Okay, how long are you going to do this wave for? Okay, bye. Nice seeing you. Okay. You see what I'm saying? This is what that is. All right. But it sounds like you're doing extremely well. You're eating a little bit of cooked whole foods. You're doing all of these enemas where you're evolving on a chemical level to your new diet. You're balancing out. You guys are an entire family, Joanne. You guys are absolutely rocking it. Let's read the last bit about the nut butters. Oh yeah, these people, I didn't even finish it. Okay, so so they're telling you to stay away from raw restaurants. I've been doing this for 17 years. Me and my family just went to Ojai, which is the best raw food restaurant on the planet. I don't do this often, but I literally dropped over $100. Do you realize how much we ate and how fun it was? If you knew how many nuts we consumed, you would think it was crazy. Anyways. Okay, so raw restaurants use them a lot, supposedly, and flax oxide and goes bad. Dude, this is just manic. We pre-soak them, add probiotics, and consume minimally. But since you eat nut butter, we've bought and are eating happily away. Good. Enjoy yourself. Can you please enlighten us on the subject of nuts and nut butters and digestion? Absolutely. It's the most concentrated food that a raw foodist has. We are lucky to have them. Because if you don't eat these concentrated foods, you're eating more of a water-based diet. So here we are. We have the raw food diet. Every other diet is much more dense. And no matter, even if your entire diet consisted of nut butters and nuts and no other raw food, it is such an improved, less density diet compared to everything else, you're going to still lose weight. You're going to start feeling better. It's going to be incredible for you. But if you eliminate the most concentrated foods that have the highest amount of protein on the raw food diet, it's the best nuts and nut butters are the best protein source on the planet. You don't have to break it down like animal protein. And they're trying to take it away from you. But anyways, you go to eliminate that, now you're only living off of like vegetables, fruit, and avocados. So now you're more close to, like, fruit and vegetables is 90% water. It's like you're on a water fast now. So now you're evolving really quickly to becoming really sensitive real fast. I went through that trap, and now I can only eat once a day. So now these nut butters, not only am I saying are good for you and beneficial, but they're necessary for ideal health on a raw food diet. The raw food diet's extreme enough. And if you want to take it to the next level by eliminating nuts, these God-sent fruits from, then be my guest. My suggestion is to never watch those people again. That's right. You caught me on 3 chocolate bars of cacao. You know what they would say about this cacao that I just ate? It would be a sin. It would be a sin. It would be a sin. It was so good. I mean, I don't have it here. Oh well. Nutty caramel bars, guys. These are ridiculous. Caitlin's over here. She's like, yeah, they're awesome. Anyways, I'm having fun with the cacao. Stanley Coe writes, hey, Matt, do you have any suggestion for what to eat to deal with eyebrows that are 1/3 to 2/3 lost? Not sure what is going on. Tests for hypothyroidism are negative. Do you have any ideas? Thanks. Okay. So we all have there's certain genetic aspects that many people have, but the best way to combat that type of thing is eating a healthy dietary lifestyle. I'm going to give you what to do also, but a healthy dietary lifestyle is the #1 thing we want to do. It cleans the inner terrain of the human body. It enables oxygen in to where we have more red in our skin. There's more vitality. There's less likely for going bald and stuff like this. And now there are the secret ingredients that the Health Food Institute utilize to help people from disease and other nutritionists and stuff like that is an improved diet to go through withdrawals like we're talking about. Enemas and colonics when possible. It's not necessary. It just expedites the process. It's extremely beneficial. You don't have to do it often, but it's good to do it at certain points. And lastly, they give the highest nourishment foods that you can possibly have, which are vegetable juices. Vegetable juices is the microscopic nutrition our body is starving for. Everybody knows this. It's hit the 100th monkey effect. There are juice bars popping up on every street corner of the world. It's known. But anyways, there are certain juices that you can drink, preferably made by yourself, which would be that aid the growth of hair. The first thing is to eliminate the cause of the issue, which is processed foods. So then the inner terrain of the body's clean, and then we want to feed ourselves carrot, cucumber, lettuce, alfalfa juice. If you don't have the alfalfa, you can use some alfalfa powder, but this is extremely high in sulfur and silicon, which is critical for hair growth. I started drinking carrot cucumber juice every day, and I couldn't believe my hair, how fast my hair started growing, like ridiculously. My nails started to become less brittle, and my skin started to perk up. It was amazing. So there you go. Debbie Bullion writes, how often can chlorella be taken in a day? I've been taking about 7 in hand once a day. That's totally fine. Yeah, you could even do more if you wanted to. It's just a food. That's like saying how many almonds can I have in a day? It's like an algae. It's a potent superfood. Has every vitamin the body needs. Has high source. It's like one of the best protein sources that a raw foodist can have on top of nuts. There's clinical studies that shows it helps with arterial stiffness, and so on and so on and so on. Jackson writes, sometimes I cook millet because I feel so starving. Great. Avocado and cashews and nuts, I guess, are filling, so you're not always so hungry. Yeah, that sounds good. Anne says, thanks for answering my question. However, I am not on Facebook. I'm interested though. May I email you? Please disregard if you see my question again. I sent it 2 weeks in a row. Thank you. If you email customer service, I'm always in customer service. Me and Caitlin are the two that are heading customer service from here on out, the emails. So just write us there. Go to the Raw Food World website and contact us page and write me, and I will get it. Stanley Gerard writes, hi Matt, I'm on day 12 of a juice fast feast and have tons of stomach gas, cramps, gas, bloating, constipation, runs, very watery. What can I do take to ease this besides ending my juice fast cleanse? Well, that would be the number one thing to do, but what you can also do to aid that is, this is the best time to do enemas is during a juice fast. The two together are extremely powerful. So if you can do something like that, I think you would have extreme, profound results of how you feel and what comes out and stuff like that. What do you consider processed foods? Great question. Processed foods, it's just a term we've been using, but it doesn't mean something's been processed. For example, maca powder has been processed into, it's raw maca that's been processed into a bat. No, that's not processed foods. There's a line here. There's many diets on the market today, such as the Zone diet, the macrobiotics diet, the South Beach diet, the blood type, all these different diets. And all the creators of these diets, they claim to get results. They say people are losing weight and healing from disease, yada, yada, yada. And to be honest with you, I've literally met many people who have healed from all sorts of diseases by adhering to many of these diets. And there's one common denominator on why all these diets succeed. And that common denominator is one thing. They all eliminate what I term processed foods. They all eliminate the foods that are damaging to the human body. So if you take this line right here, anything that is damaging to the human body is on that side of the line, and everything that is not damaging to the human body is on this side of the line. And all those diets just eliminate everything that's on the bad side, but then they could create all these rules with all these foods and create an entire fad within the diet industry. So if you want to know exactly what foods are processed foods, are damaging to the human body, to the right here, there's a whole foods diet list. If it's on that list, then it's a whole food. If it's not on that list, it's a processed food. So everything that is not on that Whole Foods list here to my left, at my right at news.therawfoodworld.com/live, under the Whole Foods link right there, is a processed food. If you can eliminate everything from your diet, but what is on that list, congratulations. You have the potential, God willing, to be pharmaceutical free, pharmaceutical drug free, degenerative disease free, condition ailment free, incapacitated free in the long run. That's simple. Now, this list is not like perfect. For example, there's no soy products on there. Some people could get away with soy products. There's other things that keep hitting the market. I don't even know if mung bean pasta is on there. Bean pastas, there's brown rice cakes, all sorts of different things. So just use this as guidelines. Gluten-free is good, but you want to eliminate refined sugar and processed starches. So there you go. Janine writes, hi, Matt. Are you supposed to have a final giveaway of your $10,000 giveaway? Did you already give away the food dehydrator? Hey, Janine. Due to that 17.5% coupon code that's now over, everybody, we fell behind. I told everybody who ordered we were a little bit late, but we just caught up today finally. I need another week to catch up on some other things, but we still have one more huge giveaway to do, and it's going to be 300 items. And there's going to be a stone grinder. There might be, we gave the Excalibur dehydrator away, but there might even be another one. We haven't even mailed these prizes away yet because we've been so busy. So we're going to, the first from before. So I need another 10 days, a week to 10 days. And then we're going to have huge contest giveaway. I'll probably even do it during one of these Hangouts. That's what we'll do. So we actually just did a video on our YouTube channel if you want to see if you won, but you have to watch the hour. You could actually, the dehydrator is given away at the very beginning to see if you won yet, but we haven't sent it yet. Linda says, hello, I know you're terribly busy, but that's my favorite. You guys, I get this like every day. It's funny, like this isn't happening here. I'm not picking on you, Linda, but someone says, I know you're terribly busy and I don't want to take much of your time, but, and then I get like 100 questions from a customer, right? It's just hilarious. All right. So here we go. I know you're terribly busy, but do you guys ever plan to come to Los Angeles to do a talk? I would love to come to one of your retreats, maybe sometime in the distant future. Thanks for all you do. I love your Hangouts. I probably will do a talk. I just did a talk in Los Angeles like 6 months ago. I'll probably do another one at some point, but I've got some serious work to do here in Ojai before I can turn into a butterfly and expand and go nutso in the world to bring this to millions and billions and trillions of people. But I'm not ready to do that yet. I've got to like get everything solidified here, which is going to be done by the next retreat. I'm hoping. I would love to have you at one of our retreats, Linda. Thanks for all you do. I love your Hangouts. Sweet. Hello, Matt from Illinois. Love your live talks. Thanks, Shauna Leroy Lindley. I hear Araya. What is the best supplement that a person should be taking daily on a whole foods lifestyle? I would say okay, firstly, if you're doing the whole food diet lifestyle, that's the best supplement you could do. A lot of things are worked out by simply doing that. By doing a whole foods dietary lifestyle, deficiencies are going to disappear. Ailments are going to disappear. Issues are going to disappear. Skin issues are going to disappear just by doing that alone. Congratulations. Congratulations. The next best thing, someone wrote sunshine is the best supplement going, and it's free. That is a pretty cool thing for vitamin D3. I'm a big fan of vegetable juices. Supplements, what are we using supplements to? Make sure we're getting all the nutrition, vitamins and minerals that our body needs, micronutrients. And vegetable juices is the best thing, I personally would say. However, there are some other micronutrient supplements that I highly recommend, such as Quintessential. Do we got one here? No? I would drink one right now. Quintessential is extremely powerful. It has every mineral the human body needs. And minerals are critical for in between cells and stuff like that. For communication in between cells. So Quintessential is what I would be going for if I had to choose one. Chlorella is a good one because it has all the vitamins the body needs, but it's more of a food than a micronutrient. Pine pollen is a micronutrient. Pine pollen. Yeah, so the kamut grass or wheatgrass powder that we have on our website by, what is it called? Corshon wheatgrass or kamut grass powder. And that's an incredible micronutrient. I might want to grab one of those now, as a matter of fact. Royal jelly is an incredible micronutrient. Even has B12 in it. Things, just micronutrients, and it's green food powders. And it's good to switch up different supplements every month if you can't afford a lot. So you get different vitamins and minerals every month. It's like this month we're going to target Quintessential minerals. Next month we're going to target this. Next month we're going to target that, and so on. All right, guys. There's no more questions here. That was an incredible hangout. Not many spiritual questions today, which is all. I mean, it's always spirit. Everything's spiritual, but here we go. Does pink Himalayan sea salt have same minerals in what you're talking about? Yes, it does have some, but the Quintessential product is by far the best. Says, oh, I'm so glad I wandered over here. I placed an order back on the 30th and was starting to wonder what's up. Glad you guys did well for the sale and giveaway. I emailed everybody, but maybe you didn't get it. Karen Leigh, L-E-I-G-H. Can we see what's happening with that order? There are some back ordered items that we're waiting for that are arriving tomorrow, so we might have hold on to a couple of orders, but what we're doing right now, since you said this, we're going to make sure we're going to push your order out. It shipped. It already shipped. Sweet.
Transit.
It's in transit. The delivery day is when? We got it down here at the Raw Food World. We even do customer service and live hangouts. What are some natural supplements that I can take instead? I currently take sterling for depression. What are some of the natural supplements that I can take instead? Oh, Karen. Don't get me on this depression kick. Hey, Rise, Abiza, you want to say hello to everybody on the hangout? We're about to call it quits. That is about done. If you want to just say hello. Hey, Ryan, you want to say hi to everybody? Uh-oh. Am I even still going on this hangout? Oh, no, that's not it. Where are you? Hey, the hangout's over. Nobody, I got to say bye to everybody. Oh, here we go. Here's the thing. Hey, Rise Biza. Wow, our hangout's bumping tonight. Look. It's Ojai, baby Monarch, my baby girl. You were just at the park? Everybody loved your juicing video. Ooh, look at that. She can touch her tongue.
I look like a wolf. My face looks like a wolf.
She looks like a wolf.
Crazy Daisy.
Come on, everybody.
Nose licking wolf party.
I love you, Rye.
So the hangout's over.
The hangout is over. Dad is saying goodbye right now, and Dad is going to take us all home. They're still there, but it is over. I'm just waiting to say goodbye. And it's a huge hangout. This is like one of the biggest ones we've ever had. It's a big grandote. You know what, right? People are always writing Dada. They're like very happy that they get to see videos of you because it gives them inspiration with their child who like Araya, and it makes them feel normal that, you know, it's not very easy in the world because a lot of people think we're a little bit nutso for doing what we do.
Didn't say it, Dada.
So everyone is thanking Araya for being an example of a healthy, beautiful child. All right. Did you have fun in the park? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go. So, all right, guys, it's been an incredible hangout. What we're gonna do is, you want to say goodbye? I just want to see if there's any last questions, which I don't think there is. Let's take a look. They might even ask Araya questions. Should we see if anyone asks any Araya questions? Would your raw food chef consider coming to the States for a retreat? Florida, 7 days or longer, weekend? Thanks for all you are. We're thinking about doing that, doing a raw food retreat in the California or United States or New York or something like that. All right, we're done. No more questions. Everybody finished. That was an hour long. That is funny. All right, everybody, thank you so much for coming on the Hangout and joining me. I think we peaked out at the highest amount of viewers on a Hangout ever. It's been a lot of fun. I know I went on a few Cacao rants about some certain things, but that's okay. I'm in here in Ojai, California, running the customer service department. We're about caught up from the crazy 17.5% off sale. Sorry if there were any delays. From here on out, things like this aren't going to happen. This place is rocking it. The energy here has been transformed. Love. We're excited about it. And I'm here for a minimum of 6 months till the next June retreat, which I hope many of you decide to come to experience with us. And we're talking about maybe doing a retreat out here in the States. Maybe. All right, guys. Thanks for coming on. Love y'all. Mwah.